Hello and welcome to the Crypto Jungle. My name is Baloo the Bear, and here on the channel we keep crypto simple. So if you're new here and you're wanting to learn how to do technical analysis as well as some basic fundamental analysis, then hit the subscribe button. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So in today's video, little bit of a it's not breaking news. It's not new news. But basically, the SCE chair, Gary Gensler, has, publicly spoken on his intent with the future of cryptocurrency. And we're going to kind of beg the question as to, can governments regulate it? I know that governments have influence. The SCE has influence. And we're going to discuss what's going on with the charts, because the charts are actually looking quite good right now. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the article here. So this is the article. I've actually linked this both in the Twitch and in the YouTube, and if you're watching the replay, it'll be in the show notes. But basically, the video goes through how Gary Gensler feels that most of the cryptocurrency market is very nefarious and scummy and scammy and trying to take advantage of a lot of investors. And you know what? To be quite frank, I agree with that 100%. Wholeheartedly, I think that 99% of the projects out there are complete garbage that are trying to steal money from you. So in that regard, I do agree, but I go back to my libertarian side where it's just like, these are the characteristics of a free market. If the scammers can all go in one place, maybe they go to crypto, but there's always good and bad with innovation and a free market. So the fact that scammers can get away with this kind of stuff shows you that we exist inside of a free market. But legitimacy is legitimacy, and legitimacy is the path forwards for adoption. So it's kind of interesting. And I think anybody who's in crypto now is going to know how to exist in both kind of ecosystems. I anticipate a little bit of a divergence going on where we're going to have this legitimate cryptocurrency market develop, but the illegitimate cryptocurrency market is not going to go away. And you, the viewers, anybody who's in crypto right now is going to kind of know how to exist in both of these ecosystems. So you're at a big advantage if you're in crypto right now, because if things in the legitimate side get a little overregulated and hard to deal with, you'll be able to still know how to interact at a base layer on layer ones with smart contracts and everything on the illegitimate side. So kind of interesting. The more clarity we get with the legal framework in cryptocurrency, the more bullish, assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be. But it's time for you to take a look at your portfolio, because there are many cryptocurrencies out there that the chairman thinks are securities. And if they are securities, if they are deemed in the court of law to be securities, and they have not registered with the SCE, those projects are in some serious trouble. So basically, what you're kind of looking for to determine whether the project that you're holding is a security or not is, did you buy the coin with faith in the team to return a profit on that investment? That's kind of the basic bare bones structure of how it's laid out. Did you buy the coins for the purpose of supporting the team to achieve goals in return for profit? That's probably a lot of coins. So please be careful out there. I will say that both Bitcoin and Ethereum have gone through this Howey test and they have passed. So they are not securities. So if you're heavily invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum, you don't need to worry about those two currencies experiencing a lawsuit. I mean, there's nobody to sell. Satoshi Nakamoto's fucking dead or something. So, there's nobody to sue rather. But yeah. So glad cryptocurrencies exist outside the US jurisdiction too. Absolutely, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Stream not working in YouTube. Well, that's because YouTube sucks. It says excellent condition. Current creep, I don't know. Not working in YouTube. That could just be you, not sure. But anyways, let's jump into the charts. Let's see what's going on, because today's close, we just got our daily candle close on Bitcoin, and it was a nice one. We got a beautiful close. So we broke out this high of the SOS. So we're just ticking along, you know, breaking out the highs, retesting on LPS, breaking out the high, retest LPS, break out the high. As long as we keep that structure, we're looking really good. Now there is the area of the $50,000 level. Kind of this general area, like I'm not even going to be too specific with it, but this general area, we need to be apprehensive of a dead cat bounce. So if you're kind of new to trading, just watch for a turnaround here. The best way for you to handle these types of situations is to have a stop loss at break even. So wherever it is that you entered your new position, if you entered a new position into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever, you're going to want to make sure that your stop loss is at least break even. And hopefully that's going to protect you in the event that this does end up being a dead cat bounce. You're not going to make any money. You're not going to make any money, and you spent a lot of effort getting into the trade, but you're also not going to lose any money either. So that would be my kind of recommendation for anybody looking to take positions in this general area. So 50K, still kind of an area that we need to get above. That is the bottom side of the distribution that we came out of. Some of the altcoins are lagging. Honestly, structurally speaking, Bitcoin has the healthiest chart. Bitcoin shows the highest amount of demand. Bitcoin by far is the healthiest chart currently. And that's very typical of the cryptocurrency market as we leave a shakeout event. There's a large shakeout, scares investors, puts everybody into Tether, everybody into DAI, everybody sits on the sidelines, and then Bitcoin, because it has a ton of intrinsic demand, begins to tick its way up and give permission to the rest of the market to become bullish. So structurally speaking, you know, Ethereum hasn't even broken out of its trading range yet. You take a look at AXS. I mean, AXS is its own thing. Cardano is Cardano. Look forward to Wednesday's video on that one. Not even sure if it's a good idea, the video that I have planned for Cardano. But XRP looking weak. Like, all of the altcoins compared to Bitcoin's structure look weak. They just do. So until Bitcoin can give the market permission to keep going, which it's looking like it wants to do, the altcoins are going to be a little bit lagging. So beautiful daily close. I like it. Higher high on the candle body wick, or on the candle body and the wick. So it's looking really good here. Let's catch up with the chat. Not sure I'm ready for this one. I think overall the cryptocurrency, I think regulation is good for large investors because clarity and legal framework, you know, when the rules are set, the big investors know the rules and they can invest and they can position appropriately. What I don't like is, you know, a lot of cryptocurrencies are going to experience a lot of drama as the SEC points a finger at specific projects that, you know, say, hey, you're a security. So be aware of that. This is my breakfast. Well done. Smashed it like best friend. Okay. 3 a.m. Go to sleep, man. Enjoying Bali. Hey, could you check out Mana and CHZ? Yeah, we can take a look at Decentraland. NFTs, my God. NFTs are just so hot. They are very hot, frothy. They're popular as hell right now. NFTs, I mean, I'm really excited about the technology, the underlying technology of NFTs. But again, 99% of them are shit. They're valuable shit that you can make money on right now, but I don't have a whole lot. Oh, I just typed in NFT. No, Mana, Decentraland. NFT is a hard space to navigate, and it's very much so hype based. So Mana looking not too shabby. Again, you know, the structure of the altcoins isn't great. You know, if you're wondering what asset looks the healthiest right now, it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks the healthiest right now. So until the structure changes in some of these altcoins, there's really no huge setups here. There's nothing, you know, where we're about to take off to the moon or anything. Bitcoin is the only one that looks like it wants to moon right now. Everything else just, you know, and I realize that a Bitcoin moon is like 15%, 20%. But yeah, it's Bitcoin has the healthiest chart. We are beginning to change the trend. We got a higher high, we got a higher low. We're still working on getting that continuation candle in Decentraland. Not a ton of hype going on with Decentraland right now, but it's an interesting project. It has a functioning product. You can go around, you can explore. But I think the best way to invest in Decentraland, honestly, is to buy land, which is not cheap. But if I was to invest in Decentraland, that's how I would go about investing in Decentraland. It's not a trade. It's a very different thing. You know, you can't take profits on an NFT. It's a very different thing, but you know, if I was to invest, I feel that the speculators are speculating more on the land, and there's a higher demand for land than there is for the actual underlying token of the protocol. CHZ, yeah, we can take a look at that. What do I think about Tether regarding their capability of printing money out of nothing? Oh, you mean like the US dollar? Money is bookkeeping. That's it. Money doesn't need to be backed by anything. Money is backed by trust. Period. End of story. End of discussion. Don't give a fuck. The reason Tether is used is because people trust Tether. You don't need to back it by anything. Perfect example is DAI. DAI is not backed by anything. I mean, it has a collateral layer on Maker, but money is bookkeeping. If you can keep track of what everybody has and how everybody transacts, that's money. You don't need to back it by anything. Anyways, that's a little too philosophical, I think, for this discussion. So am I worried about Tether? No. Never have, never will be. Tether gets lawsuits, but it's Bitfinex that has to pay it. I saw a Weiss volume indicator applied with Wyckoff. Do you consider that as well? I do. Volume holds a large part of the Wyckoff analysis. And if you want kind of a different style of volume indicator, you can use something called the volume spread for VSA indicator, which just gives you kind of the hot spots for where you should look. It's like, okay, well, we kind of had the composite operator step in here, and that aligns with our seller's climax of this trading range. So if we're going to slap on our trading range here, you know, this is our seller's climax. Looks like we're pretty flat, so we'll go with flat. And we're looking at something like that. So that's our trading range. So it'll help you kind of pick spots. Volume is very important in the Wyckoff method. Yeah, whatever volume you choose to use is entirely up to you. I just use straight volume because I'm just, yeah, I don't, I like to keep my charts relatively simple. So is this the entry point? We have had a couple of entry points. Yeah, we've gotten a few entry points. We had an entry point as we broke above this level right here. We got another one as we printed our SOS. We got another one as we came down. I missed this one because I was expecting lower levels, and then I got another one here as we broke through. So yeah, it's plenty of entry points. Any thoughts on Multivac, MTV? It's moving up consistently. Let's take a look at MTV. I love my MTV. Multivac Tether. On the king, the new king of shitcoins is the KuCoin exchange. Looking like a bit of, well, we have a little bit of a trading range here. I'm not getting too excited. The thing about this one is there's no demand. So, you know, these aren't the projects I buy. I don't buy these projects. What does Multivac do? Whatever Multivac does, I'll buy the leader of that sector. So let's go to CoinGecko here. MTV, Multivac. What do you do? It's a token. Okay, so I got to dig deeper. Pioneering flexible blockchain platform based on trust sharding. So it's a smart contract platform. I'm not interested. I'm buying Ethereum. I buy the leaders. Any sector, whatever it is, whether it's the DeFi sector, whether it is the NFT sector, whether it is a smart contract sector, for me, I focus on the leaders because the leaders are the ones that keep giving. You can get hype cycles in these smaller cap coins, but the problem is you get trapped into the gains. You expect that to keep going, and then it drains all the way to zero, and then it flatlines below your entry, and you stay there for 2 years while everything else goes up. Not interested. Not interested. But, yeah, and you can see the market's not interested. Really, really low volume overall. So, a little bit of blip of volume here, but, I don't really care. It's not something that I would trade, so you have to be really aggressive with it. It doesn't just keep going up, it keeps going down. Actually, this is still a lower low, or a lower high, rather. Where do you find a list of approved projects so far? Basically, the token has to have utility. There isn't an official list, but Bitcoin is not a company. There's no promises being made. Its token, in order to use the Bitcoin network, you need Bitcoin. So that's its utility. For you to use Ethereum, same thing. You need Ethereum to use Ethereum. It's a utility token. Outside of that, basically, if you, the consumer, not you, the speculator, not you, the investor, but you, the consumer, at some point has to buy the token and you don't care if the token goes up in value, that's a good indication that that is a safe token to buy. If the only reason that you would buy the token is to make money, you're in trouble. I think that those are going to be the securities. But if you are forced to buy the token, we'll use Axie Infinity as an example, the AXS token. If I want to breed Axies to play the game, I need 4 AXS to breed an Axie. So regardless of speculation, regardless of investment, me as a player of the game, I need to buy that token so that I can do something. So that's a utility token. If the token has utility outside of speculation, you're good. If it doesn't, you're in trouble. Cake, I don't really like Binance shitcoins. But let's see what else we got. Alliance blockchain. You move the stop loss when you feel that it's gone up enough. 10% is good. It depends on the asset, really. If it came for the charting, stay for the singing. I want my MTV. I got a beautiful singing voice, don't I? All right, well, there's nothing else that of any substance, so let's take a look at fucking Cake, I guess. I really don't like Cake, fundamentally speaking, although structurally it doesn't look terrible. We broke out this high. We'll probably come down and test somewhere around the $15 level before attempting to break out this high at 20 bucks. The thing is, PancakeSwap is the slimiest, fucking disgusting thing in crypto right now. I fucking hate PancakeSwap. Every single token that is trying to steal your money is on PancakeSwap. Fuck PancakeSwap. Fuck Binance Smart Chain. Wow, that's a lot of vulgar language, but I hate the slime that comes out of that blockchain. It's disgusting. So, if you want to invest in that, speculators are doing it, and, scammers make money. So you can make money on the platform that the scammers most use and trust. There's demand there. There's a huge demand for scams. So if you want to invest in that, then sure, go for it. Axie is overpriced. How can new investors afford $200 I think you mean $2,000 for 4 Axies. How about Burger? Burger, that was, I got into Burger, so you're asking because you know that I got into Burger. Burger was a speculative play. It was a chart that had a nice setup. This was in the before times, before the great shakeout of 2021, where you kind of need to adjust. Euphoria. Do I have Burger? I still have my Burger. I think it's a shitty project, but I still have it. I think that it's, I don't like the entire ecosystem. Doesn't mean I don't have money there. Doesn't mean that I didn't get caught up in the euphoria. Doesn't mean that, I didn't put my dollars into that ecosystem. It just means that I'm not putting any more dollars into that ecosystem. I think that it's shit. But yeah, I still have my Burger. What do I think of Sushi Swap? I love Sushi Swap. I don't hold either Uni or Sushi because I don't need Uni to use Uniswap, and I don't need Sushi to use Sushi Swap. But I think that both of those protocols are fantastic. And I think I'm going to start using Sushi Swap a little bit more because they got the little gas feature there. So you can see the current gas rates. You don't have to go to ETH gas station .info to get the gas rates. Sushi looks sexier. You know, their liquidity pools are growing. It's pretty much, it's the Uniswap competitor. I like Uniswap. Or sorry, Sushi Swap. Let's take a look at Sushi. Both Sushi and Uni, again, we'll do a side-by-side here. And by side-by-side, I mean top and bottom. Uni. Structurally speaking, they're just not as strong as other altcoins right now. So I'm not positioning myself in these types of assets. Sushi Swap looks weaker than Uniswap. So if I'm to pick right now, if you're wanting a DEX token, Uniswap is still the one to pick. The leaders are leading. Okay, you can see right here. This is what I'm talking about when I say a leading asset. Where's the last high? Here's the last high on Uniswap. Let's make that a little brighter. Okay, the last high on Uniswap was 23,456. And let's go to the last high on Sushi Swap. And that's $9.72. So on Sushi Swap, we have not broken beyond that high. We got a wick, but we have no candle body close. On Uniswap, we have full candle body closes above that level. So Uniswap is leading. It's the more powerful asset. When you're looking at the DEXs, buy Uniswap. Now, I don't invest in Uniswap because at no point do I need to buy it to use it. So for that reason, effectively what you're doing when you buy these tokens is you want to vote. And if you don't want to vote, if you don't know what a DAO is, if you don't know what a decentralized autonomous organization is, then you really have no place buying this outside of a pure technical trade where you are you are a technical trader, you understand market cycles, you understand trade setups, and you're not looking at this as an investment as a hold. You're looking at this as I'm going to ride a bullish trend, and I'm going to exit 100% of the position when the trend is over. If that's not you, you don't know what a DAO is, just buy fucking Ethereum. Because you don't have any business buying Uniswap. Hey Blue, hope you are good. I am good, Sarah. We are at different time zones at the moment, so I've been missing your live feeds. Been doing very well on Aave if you want to check it out. So speaking of market leaders, what is the market leader of the lending protocols? It's Aave. Let's take a look at what Aave is up to. So Aave, great structure. You know, again, we're looking at the last high and we're breaking above that. Aave is also a DeFi token, so it's looking very similar to what we just saw on Uniswap. So DeFi is ticking away. It's doing its thing. But is it doing what Ethereum is doing? Is it doing what Bitcoin is doing? Bitcoin's much healthier. Ethereum is healthier. So it's the macro coins that are doing better. Now, depending on your time parameter, depending on your strategy, whatever it is that you're doing, like if you're patient and you expect momentum to build here, then you could get involved with Aave. It's structurally sound. Out of the last three that we just looked at, it's the best one. And funnily enough, it is one of the higher market cap assets of those three. So the thing about hidden gems, I fucking hate hidden gems. Hidden gems are dumb. Hidden gems are how you lose all your money. If you are out there digging, searching, spending all of your energy looking for the hidden gems, you're wasting your time, in my opinion. If you're a venture capitalist and you want to throw a small amount of your portfolio into those hidden gems, go right ahead. But to look at them as full trading positions and full, leaning into those assets with your full positions, I think that that's really misinformed. And the thing about hidden gems is they're hidden. Nobody knows about them. Nobody cares about them. The market doesn't know that they exist, so the market is not going to buy them. So liquidity is really, really important. You need to make sure that the asset is liquid. If you can get in, you can get out. It's really important to have at least, at a minimum, $50 million worth of daily trading activity. Minimum. 50 million daily trading activity. Volume is really important. These assets need to be liquid. They need to be leading. They need to be showing demand. Otherwise, you're just going to sit on it for a really long time while you could have been making money. A holder that actually shit talks one of their bags. Is this real life? Oh yeah, man. I shit talk. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You know, I'll end up holding bags and I'm like, fuck, that was dumb. That was a stupid project. Why didn't I do my normal routine of checking into this stuff? Hype and euphoria, man. It's a bitch sometimes. One thing you'll always get on this channel is transparency and honesty. I'm not going to bullshit you. You know, if I have a bag of shit, I'm going to tell you that, hey, look at my flaming bag of shit. During the bear market, is it okay to put stable coins into Aave? I think if you have, well, so what is Aave? Aave is a high interest savings account. So if you are not investing during the bear market, if you're not shorting, if you're not actively trading, if you're not trying to pull a profit out of the market during the bear market, and you want to put money in a bank account, you have the choice. You can put your money in a traditional bank account, which is insured, it's safe, it's, you know, it's been around for hundreds of years. But the yield on that is, you know, somewhere around 1%. It's really, really shitty. Or you could try something that is experimental, that hasn't been around for a very long time. It's only been around since 2018. But the yield is fair because the bank is taken out of the equation. Where the bank, you know, they take your money and they lend it out to somebody else for 10, 15%, and you get 1%. So they're taking, you know, 9 to 14% of your money's interest. Now, when you take the bank out of that equation, you get the 10 to 15%. Is it trusted like a bank is? No. Not even close. It's been around since 2018. It's a fucking line of code. No, it's not trusted. But if your strategy is to put funds someplace while you're not going to invest, much like you would do in a high interest savings account, then yes, Aave is a really good option, I believe. Why does HBAR do more transactions than all the top crypto combined and no one is talking about it? Massive utility. The reason for that, Charlie, is because it doesn't matter. Ethereum is slow. Bitcoin is slow. Those are layer ones. What's happening right now is layer two solutions. And I know what you're thinking. You're just like, well, why the fuck do we need layer twos if we've got a really good layer one over here? The reason is because all the money in the development has already occurred. The development has already occurred. Look at Ethereum. It is very, very, very developed. There is a ton of infrastructure built there. We're not just going to leave it. We're not just going to leave all of this and go build somewhere else. We're going to leave it there. And the solution to that is layer two solutions. The Bitcoin Lightning Network is basically feeless. The fees are so low, they don't even register. The throughput is higher than HBAR. The transactions per second is higher than HBAR. It's about the layer two infrastructure that's being built. So layer twos are the future. We're not even going to exist on layer one in 10 years. In 10 years, we're not even going to be talking about throughput. We're not going to be talking about transactions per second. We're not going to be talking about gas fees because they will be so close to zero, you won't care. So yes, HBAR can do more transactions per second, but it doesn't matter. That's why nobody's talking about it. That's why nobody buys it. Do you have investment in real estate? I do. I think real estate is one of the better investments that you can do. Governments do kind of lean in, depending on where you live. You know, you do have to pay the government for property tax, and that's, you know, debatable. Not every country is like that, but in my country of Canada, we do have to pay property tax every year. And as the price of the value of the property goes up, that increases. I don't really necessarily agree with that at a fundamental level, but yes, I think property is a fantastic investment. It's one of the better investments that you can have, period. It's one of the best leverage. It's the safest leverage trade you can take. When you go to the bank with 10% down, That's a 10x leverage trade. Yeah, I like Matic as well. I think we're going to see a little bit of a downside potential with Matic in the short term. Let's actually take a look at Matic right now. Layer 2s, well, we're breaking back into my channel, so that's good. But 2.0, and I don't think that that's true. ETH 2.0 is going to be great. It's going to really, really reduce the gas fees. But ETH 2.0 with a layer 2 on top is going to make them zero. It's going to make them zero. It's going to make it not even a topic of discussion anymore. And what's unique about layer 2s, right now, I can't have Ethereum and Bitcoin communicate. But if I have layer 2 and layer 2, they can communicate. So cross-chain communication, never losing your funds, sending ETH to your Bitcoin address, sending Bitcoin to your ETH address, sending it to, Binance Smart, it's all going to communicate. And we're never going to have a loss of funds. We're never going to need to use a bridge. We're never going to have to do all of that stuff. It's just going to be there. It's just going to exist. So the layer 2s are essential. They really are essential for the next step here. It's the only leverage trade you can live in. This channel and hard forkers make a lot of sense. Most are just hype. Yep, most are just hype. I could lean into that a little bit more, but I just don't believe in... The most hype you'll get is my thumbnails. And, if I've clickbaited you with a thumbnail, I'm sorry. That's the YouTube game. I have to. But once you're here, I'm not going to feed you a bunch of shit. But yeah, YouTube is very much so about hype, and it's about clicks, and it's about sharing and getting people excited, because their incentive is views. They need more views so that they can get sponsors, so they can do this, so they can do that. And that's not how I make money. I make money with my cryptocurrency trading group and my mentorship program. So if you're interested in getting unbiased, unfiltered approach 24/7, I'm only here 3 days a week. If you want that constant support group and mentorship program, then I encourage you to join the links down below. It's only $25 for your first month, 50% off your first month. Use the coupon code WELCOME, and you can get a month. Honestly, you'll learn a ton in a month. Join for the month, and you can leave after that. You'll leave a better trader. You will leave a better trader in 1 month of the support group and the mentorship program. Got a lot of courses. Teach you the Wyckoff method. We'll teach you some different strategies, and you'll walk away a better trader for sure. Is Matic the only layer 2 to stand a chance? Fundamentally speaking, I really like XDAI, but the token is shit. As far as an investment, it's not doing anything. It's really, really piss poor. So Stake is the token. We're looking at Stake on Huobi. It looks like garbage. It's really, really bad. But as far as a layer 2 solution, I actually really like XDAI. But as it stands right now, follow the leaders. What's the leader? The leader's Matic. And I think Matic it has the most adoption. It has the most use case. So yeah, stick with Matic for now. How did you get so fucking smart? Dude, I'm bombarded with crypto shit all fucking day. All day. I think the NFT speculators need a reminder about liquidity. That's a very good point, XX Bag, because liquidity is a bitch when you're on the wrong side of it. So NFTs, they're super hot. People are making really stupid amounts of money on them. We just had, Jesse from Hard Forkers, he bought a Bored Ape for 7 ETH, and like a week later, he got an offer for 12.5 ETH. So the gains in NFTs can be crazy, but it's about, it's weird, because when the NFT market's done, you're not going to sell it. You're not going to sell it, period. End of story. You can't take profits on it. You can't move a stop loss on it. They're very different. They're very different. I encourage you guys to dabble and play. Just don't lose a ton of money on this stuff. But they're weird. They're weird. They're very different. Thoughts on Quant hype? I think it's hype. Let's see what the chart says. Where is it? We need a longer chart. KuCoin. Yeah, so it's definitely in the later stages of markup here, or, you know, we could just be getting going. So right now, in terms of entry, we don't have an entry. Now, we had an accumulation down here. We got the signal, we got the bull signal, we got the entry down here at around $50. We're at 160 right now, but we're really overheated. You're not in the territory where you would want to be wanting to be taking a position. So this was the Wyckoff trading range. The indicator that we use once you're in the trade to manage the trade, it's told you to take profits at 145. It told you again to take profits at 140. And we're overextended. So it's probably not going to flash a signal for us again until we're at least down in kind of the $100 range. If you guys are interested in this indicator, by the way, it also comes with your membership. This is the alphanumerics indicator. Yeah, I think you're going to want to wait for this one to cool off a little bit, you know. But the thing is, when we're in markup, though, it can just go. So, you know, I don't want you to be like, hey, you said it was going to come down. I don't know what it's going to do. What I know is it's in markup and it's overbought. So when it's overbought, it can go down, but it also has a ton of hype and it can go up, which is not, you know, the type of TA that you want to hear. But that's the reality, is when you're positioned, when you're looking for a position at this point, it's very, very, very difficult. Very difficult. We don't have an answer. Your probability of success is equal to or greater than your probability of failure. Just for the sake of charts, the Cardano chart looks like accumulation. That one USD looks like strong support. I don't think Cardano looks like accumulation. I don't know what Cardano looks like, to be perfectly honest. And HPP, you're not going to like Wednesday's video. I'm going to release a Cardano fundamentals video where I explain why I don't like Cardano. But I also just want to say that, you know, these are my opinions and they don't matter. The market is what matters. And if Cardano gets smart contracts where, you know, and they start building, it's a different thing. But you may not want to watch Wednesday's video. This is very tricky for me, man, because, you know, I understand what you're saying. The $1 level is holding really, really, you know, consistent support. But we have a ton of upthrusts here. Upthrust, failure, broke the range. Upthrust, failure, broke the range. Upthrust, failure, broke the range. Upthrust, failure. Now, it is, you know, it keeps getting bought up at $1. It's a huge psychological level here. But I need to see a trend change. I need to see a trend change. So again, going back to watching that trend flip, we need to get above $1.50 basically. So if you can get above $1.50, that's going to be your first signal that the trend has a chance in changing. Right now, it doesn't. Right now, it's just lower lows and lower highs. So I don't like the Cardano chart. I don't like the fundamentals of Cardano. I think it got really, really overhyped because of a lot of YouTubers. Also, look at the demand. There's nothing. There's no demand. No demand. This is on Bitfinex. Let's take a look at another exchange. Good for you to make decisions because you need to see demand come in. Again, declining demand. Nobody cares. So that's the futures market. Let's go to USDT, which is the highest liquidity. Again, declining. You know, the market doesn't care. The market doesn't care about Cardano. Nobody's buying Cardano. You know, it's anybody who bought Cardano is sitting, holding Cardano. They're not trading it. You look at Bitcoin, demand coming in. You see it. You see the interest. You see the volume. You see it coming in. People are trading. Nobody's trading Cardano. Nothing. Don't like it for many reasons. Okay, I have to get prepared for the virtual classroom. If you do sign up, you get 12 classroom sessions. That's how many sessions you'll be able to participate in a month. So again, if you are interested, links below. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised their crackers being. But, you know, we're still holding. You know, it's valid. We're holding $1 on Cardano. But anyways, I got to get out of here. So thank you all for joining in. If you enjoyed this content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. If there are any projects that you want me to take a look at, leave them in the comments section down below. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.